Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Today we are excited to present the costing and financial structure for our business Celestics Essentials. So we are a partnership enterprise that specializes in producing and selling high quality electronic products. So our core business tagline is enhancing everyday living through comfort and technology, which directly reflects our vision. Our mission centers on offering reliable electronic products, great value, and a smooth shopping experience for our customers. So, to achieve long-term growth, our primary operational objectives focus on producing top-tier quality products, scaling up our market presence, maintaining effective cost controls, and ensuring highly efficient delivery to our consumers.
Next is description of the chosen company. There are two core activities, which is produce and sales. Produce are source quality electronic component and prepare or assemble product to ensure exceptional performance and reliability. While sales are wholesale and retail of electronic product and accessory to meet customer need. The business focuses on providing reliable electronic product while maintaining efficient cost management and customer satisfaction through effective control of manufacturing, administrative, marketing, and transportation expenses.
So next, we move on to the 1.3, which is nature of products. Celestics Essentials offer two main products, which is one is smart television. It provides high-resolution picture and sound for an enhanced entertainment experience, and then second one is available in various screen sizes with smart features for streaming and internet connectivity. The second product is air conditioner. It provides fast and efficient cooling for a comfortable indoor environment, and the next one is equipped with energy-saving technology to reduce electricity consumption. Moving on to the 1.4, which is scope and scale of operation. Celestics Essentials is a partnership business owned by 5 partners and located in Seremban, Negeri Sembilan. The company produces and sells television and air conditioners. It operates as a small to medium enterprise (SME) with one retail outlet, serving customers through both retail and wholesale channel. Its operations include sourcing components, assembling product, quality inspection, packaging, and sales. By following a standardized production process, the company can control production costs while meeting customer demand for reliable electronic products.
Now, I will talk about product costing methodologies employed. Celestics Essentials use a process costing method to determine the manufacturing cost of each product. This method is chosen because the business engaged in mass production of standardized electronic product, specifically television and air conditioner, to a continuous assembly process. Under process costing, manufacturing costs including direct material, direct labor, and factory overhead are accumulated by each production process rather than by individual unit. Let's take a look at identification and breakdown of direct material costs. Our first product is television. The television consists of 7 direct material components totaling 750 ringgit Malaysia. The LED display panel is the most significant cost component at 420 ringgit Malaysia. It is 56% of total direct material. They show that this item reflecting the core technology of the product, while the main circuit board is 160 ringgit and the internal wiring and connector 80 ringgit Malaysia are the next largest component. Together, they cost in total 240 ringgit Malaysia. The remaining component like casing, speaker, power supply and remote control are low cost items totaling 80 ringgit Malaysia. Our next product is air conditioner. The air conditioner consists of 6 direct material components totaling 895 ringgit Malaysia. The compressor unit is the most expensive component at 320 ringgit, 36% of total direct material. It is the core mechanism responsible for cooling. The condenser coil and evaporator coil is cost at 180 ringgit, and 20% of direct material, forming the heat exchange system. Next is analysis of direct labour costs associated with production. The total direct labour cost for television is RM30. The soldering technician wage are RM12, the highest labour cost, reflecting the skill required to connect component on the circuit board. While the assembly worker wage are RM10. They handle the physical putting together of component. Lastly, the packaging worker wage are RM8. They ensure the finished product packed for sale and delivery. Now, let's look at the total direct labour cost for air conditioner, which is RM25. Welding technician wages are RM15, the highest cost, reflecting the need to weld metal components such as coil and confuser housing. Assembly worker wages are RM10 as they handle general assembly tasks to ensure everything is on its place and product can run smoothly.
I am going to be explaining the manufacturing overhead costs for one of our products, which is the television. So for the first row, we got indirect materials, which are adhesive glue, cleaning materials, and lubricants, which have with cost per unit of RM19. So for the second row, we got production supervisor, which have a cost per unit of RM8. Next, we got the quality control inspector with cost per unit RM8. And then we got maintenance technician with cost per unit of RM8 as well. And lastly, we got factory manager with cost per unit of RM12. All of those four workers are basically indirect labor. Next, we will go for the other indirect costs, which are factory electricity, factory rent allocation, machine depreciation, and factory insurance, which all of those have cost per units of RM30, RM1,000, RM15, and RM350. When you add all of those up, we got the total manufacturing overhead of RM1,450 for television. Our second product, which is the air conditioner. So for the first row, we got the indirect materials, which is insulation foam and anti-rust coating, which have a cost per unit of RM10. For the second row, we got the indirect labors, which are the production supervisor, the quality control inspector, the factory manager, maintenance technician, and packaging worker, which have a cost per unit of RM45. And then for the last row, we got the other indirect costs, which are factory electricity, factory rent allocation, and machine depreciation, which have a total cost per unit of RM1,045. And then when you add all of those values together, we got the total manufacturing overhead of RM1,100.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Aina. For this part, I will explain the application of product costing for our selected product, which are the television and air conditioner. First, for the television, the total production cost is RM2,252. I'm using the 20% off margin on the selling price. The profit is calculated using the formula 20 divided by 80 multiplied by 2,252, giving a profit of 563. Next, for the air conditioner, the total production cost 2,080. Using the same profit calculation, the expected profit is 520. This costing method helps the business determine a suitable selling price while ensuring that the company earns the desired profit. These are the products we selected for our assignment, which are the television and air conditioner.
Moving on, I will be presenting the job cost card for one of our products, which is the television. So first, the direct material costs, which are the LED display panel, the main circuit board, the speakers, power supply unit, the internal wiring and connectors, the plastic or metal casing, and lastly the remote control, which all of those each have cost per unit of RM420, RM160, RM15, RM20, RM80, RM45, and RM10. And you add all of those up, you will get total direct material cost of RM750. Next, we got the direct labor cost, which are the assembly worker, packaging worker, and soldering technician. all of those each have cost per unit of 10 ringgit, 8 ringgit and 12 ringgit, which adds up to be 30 ringgit total. Next we got other direct costs, which are product testing and packaging design costs, with 10 ringgit and 12 ringgit cost per unit. And then when you add all of those up, you get total other direct cost of 22 ringgit. So for the prime cost, just add up the total cost for direct material cost, direct labor cost and other direct cost, and you will get 802 ringgit. Okay, moving on, we got the production overhead costs, which are the adhesive, cleaning materials and lubricants, with cost per unit of 8 ringgit, 7 ringgit and 4 ringgit. When you add all of those up, you will get 19 ringgit. So for the production cost, you just take the value of the prime cost and you add with the value of the production overhead cost, which you will get 821 ringgit. And then you will get the non-production overhead costs, which are the factory electricity, factory rent allocation, machine depreciation, and factory insurance, with each having total cost per unit of 30 ringgit, 100 ringgit, 15 ringgit and 350 ringgit. And you add all of those up, you will get 1,395 ringgit. So for the product cost, just the same process, just use the value of production cost, you add with the total non-production overhead cost, you will get 2,216 ringgit. Next, you will have the profit. We will use the 20/80 margin. You will get a profit of 563 ringgit. And the selling price, just use the value of product cost, add with the value of your profit, you will get 2,779 ringgit for the selling price of our television.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Nur Alia Kistina, and today I would like to talk about the job cost card for the next product, which is air conditioner. By adding up our direct materials, 895 ringgit, direct labor 25 ringgit and other direct costs 60 ringgit, we arrive at a prime cost of 980 ringgit. Next, we factored in our production overhead cost of 10 ringgit, bringing our production cost to 990 ringgit. After accounting for our non-production overhead costs, which include salaries, factory rent, electricity and depreciation totaling of 1,045 ringgit, our overall product cost comes to 2,080 ringgit. Finally, by applying a 20/80 margin, our calculated profit is 520 ringgit, which gives us a final selling price of 2,600 ringgit. To start off, our team followed by a structure of 5-step process. The first one is we analyze the business infographic guidelines. Second, we held a true discussion with all team members to align our ideas. Third, we finalized the selection of our self-simulation business. Fourth, we established our fieldwork and online interview plan. And finally, we move into the preparation phase for our presentation and final report.
Give you my reflection from doing this study. So yeah, I gained a better understanding of manufacturing overhead costing and realized that accurate cost tracking is essential for determining actual profit margins. And then, so for my recommendation, I recommend the business implement a refined activity-based or digital job costing system.
This is to reflection and recommendation. My reflection on this is, this project helps me understand how process costing works in a real business. My recommendation for the business is, Celestic Essentials should implement a standard cost system to set benchmark costs for each product.
And I am Nur Alia Kistina. For my reflection and recommendation is that this group project allowed me to fill the gap between classroom concepts and real-world business application. Completing this task required me to organize production costs, information accurately, and present the manufacturing process in a logical and systematic sequences. My recommendation is that this business should continuously improve its production process by updating the workflow and adopting more efficient production methods. This can reduce production time, minimize waste, and increase overall productivity.
From the assignment, I learned how to identify direct material, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead costs to calculate the total cost and profit accurately. I also gained a better understanding of how proper cost management can improve a business profitability. Besides that, preparing the YouTube presentation improved my communication, teamwork, and presentation skill. Based on my finding, I recommend that the business regularly monitor its production and operating costs to reduce unnecessary expenses. The company should also purchase material from reliable supplier, manage inventory efficiently, and promote its product through social media and seasonal promotion to increase sales and overall profit.
From my student reflection, what I got is I can improve my understanding of job costing and cost accounting. And for recommendation, what I can say is the business should prepare a detailed budget before purchasing materials and review its spending regularly.
In conclusion, this assignment has helped us understand how product costing is applied in a real business. It also shows us that effective cost management is important for controlling costs, setting competitive selling price, and improving business performance. Overall, this project has strengthened our knowledge of costing method as well as our teamwork and communication skill. Thank you.
Okay, so my question to you is, since Celestics Essentials mass produces standardized items, how do you actually manage to keep the overhead costs so stable compared to businesses that do custom work?
We make the exact same products over and over again. Our process never changes. This makes our costs very predictable. We can buy materials in bulk in order to save money and spread fixed expenses. For example, our factory ran across thousands of units to make our cost per item low.
Now, we see that the air conditioner costs slightly less to produce than the smart television. So what is the biggest driver behind that cost difference? Is it the materials or is it the labor?
So the main reason being the cost of materials. The TV uses expensive electronic parts like the LED screen panel, which costs more than the mechanical parts used in an air conditioner. So even though the labor costs are similar, but the cost to make a TV is much more than an air conditioner.
I understand. If Celestics Essentials decides to introduce a third product line in the future, what costing challenges do you think the partnership would face first?
The biggest challenge right now would be splitting our factory expenses. So right now, electricity and rent are shared between just two items. So adding a third item means that we will have to change our math and make sure every item pays its fair share of the factory expenses.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Faiz, for agreeing to attend this Q&A session.
You're welcome.